we have our own special blend of fertilizer that my father formulated. So we mix that stock solution.
Wait, before you go any further, it's only you have that formation, right?
Not necessarily.
Today we have Miss Deandra Rowe, and she's a farmer, a greenhouse farmer. So I'm going to just allow her to introduce herself.
My name is Deandra Rowe. I am the managing director here at Abbey Gardens Farm. We're located in Abbey Gardens, Kingsland, Manchester, Jamaica.
Okay. And what kind of farm is this?
Okay, so our farm is a greenhouse farm. We practice mainly protected agriculture. That's what it's referred to. The farm sits on roughly 7 acres of land, and about 2.5 acres of that is greenhouse structures. So here at Abbey Garden Farm, we rely heavily on the use of technology, and a number of our systems are automated, like fertigation, for example. We are big on reusing and recycling other materials persons would consider waste. This is prime example of that, where we're utilizing old tires to create a vertical hydroponic system. And in this system we grow strawberries. It also can be used to grow other leafy greens.
Okay, all right. So before we get inside the more information about inside the greenhouse, you said that you sit on how many acres? Was it? You
7.
said 7. So you do outdoor farming as well?
No.
Only indoors. All right. So tell me about the different crops that you do inside the greenhouse.
Okay. So on this farm, we focus, our core crops are lettuce, tomatoes, and peppers. So we do 2 different types of lettuce. We do a mixed variety, which is several different varieties, but we just sell that as a mix. And we focus on romaine lettuce. For peppers, we focus on colored bell peppers, primarily red and yellow. And we've also done orange and brown and purple. And for tomatoes, we do mostly grape tomatoes and cherry tomatoes. Strawberry is another crop that we plan on focusing on, and we also do a number of other leafy greens and herbs like kale and arugula, just to name a few of them. Some of the herbs are like parsley, mint, oregano, just to name a few.
Okay, now tell me about the system on the farm, particularly the greenhouse aspect in terms of feeding your plants. How do you go about dealing with that?
Here we have a fertigation system. So we mix our stock solution. We have our own special blend of fertilizer that my father formulated. So we mix that stock solution.
Wait, before you go any further, it's only you have that formation, right?
Not necessarily. My father is open to sharing information. So, you know, if it takes up certain clients, especially if you build a greenhouse and you want to see them succeed, you're going to give them the right tools. So I'm sure many of those persons would have that formula, or he would tell them how to mix the fertilizer, as we also supply it, right?
Right. All right, so continue telling me about it.
So we mix our fertilizer. We have it in 2 stock tanks, A and B. One contains nitrates, one contains sulfates, and we have a mixing tank. The water that we use to water our plants, majority of it is harvested rainfall. During the dry periods, we have to truck water or we have to purchase it, right?
Okay.
So all the water is normally pumped to the top of the farm, and then we have a fertigation system, right? So we have probes in the mixing tank. It would pull from the various drums, right? So it would, when the fresh water enters the drum, the probes would do its reading,
Mm-hmm.
look at the pH and the EC,
Right.
right? And then it would pull from the various tanks. It would
Mm-hmm.
mix the fertilizer and everything set up in a way. All the drums have float switches and stuff like that. So as soon as one drum empties, it would send a signal to the mixing tank to
Right.
begin mixing fertilizer again.
Right.
This is my cat, Ginger.
Okay,
She comes
Ginger.
everywhere.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. So in terms of, because you mentioned about like when like you run out of fresh water, you say, right?
Yeah.
How often does that happen?
Well, right now we're basically almost out of water.
Okay.
So we have already started trucking water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So tell me about the, in terms of any like pest and disease, those kind of, if you have any, what kind of issues you have, like the major ones, how you deal with those,
our major pest,
and any of the crops.
yeah, it would be for sweet pepper.
Sweet
That one
pepper.
is the most difficult.
Okay.
There's a little insect called the West Indian flower thrip
Okay.
that gives several farmers a beating because it doesn't just affect sweet pepper, it affects quite a bit of stuff.
Yes, exactly.
It feeds on lettuce, peppers, scallion,
scallion.
everything.
Yeah.
Basically, and that is very, very hard to control. A lot of the chemicals that are insecticides that could really fight it off, they have very long pre-harvest intervals.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's very hard to combat that.
Yeah, in terms of what you're harvesting and so
Yeah,
forth.
and the thrip has several life cycles. There's a point when it's in the soil
Exactly.
and exactly. So it's sometimes when you have an outbreak, it can
Yeah.
wipe you out. It wipe out a whole crop of lettuce for us. We're currently battling it in sweet peppers right now.
Right.
We have peppers that are basically ready to harvest. So we just have to use things with at least 3 days pre-harvest interval, and those don't work as well as the others that are 21 days, but that's what we have to do for now.
Okay.
There are products that have no pre-harvest interval, but it works, and I'm quite impressed with that product. AgChem carries it.
Okay.
It's a product called Botany Guard. It's a live algae or fungus,
Right.
which basically feeds on the insect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
feeds on it inside out,
Yeah.
right, and kills it. I did 2 applications with that product and it works.
So
But the problem for me is it's not available until January again. So in the
Oh.
meantime, I'll probably have to try some other stuff to see if I can control the thrip population.
so let me ask you, even that pesticide that they have, you feel like after a certain period of time, they might get used to it, the trips?
I'm not certain. I would
Yeah.
hope not, because for me it worked like a charm after 2 applications.
Yeah.
It did its job.
Yeah, but
But from time to time you find that you're spraying with, you have to alternate. For us, we don't spray with the same thing twice
right.
in a row.
Right.
We try to alternate them.
Okay.
So if we find something that works, we still don't use it every week back to back. We alternate between it and something else.
Okay. How many greenhouses do you have, and could you like talk about like the capacity or total square footage that you have here?
I'm not sure of the total square footage, but we have around probably 13 or 14 structures of varying sizes.
Okay.
This farm is basically a demonstration farm
Oh.
for the sister company. So as soon as a new design comes up, he would kind of build it here to test it first,
Right.
right? So we have different sizes, different shapes. So I'm not exactly sure of the total square footage.
Okay. So do you do like, because a lot of young people might see it and they might like it, do you do like internships here? Anything like that?
Yes, we do. Just before you came, I had another young lady. She's interested in going into greenhouse farming. She wants to lease a greenhouse and fix it up.
Okay.
So she came to me for advice basically. So I'm always open to sharing information with other persons. I've had a young man here from Barbados already. He did 3 months here with me.
Oh.
Basically to just get some hands-on experience.
Right.
From time to time we have students from like Knox Community College. They'll do their internship here. We have students from the high schools. They do their work experience here. And then of course we have other persons who they come here for their personal business. They'll come, and yeah, it's open to them also. I encourage them to, because I always encourage people, if there's something that you want to do and you're not certain about it, you need to find somebody who is doing what you're already doing, and you understudy that person. So we pay to go to school to learn, right? But if this is something you really want to do, there's no harm in coming and volunteering your time and your hours. So if you're off on Saturdays, you can come, you put in a little help or whatever. So while you're working, you can ask me as much questions you want. If there's a particular crop that you want to do, I'll put it to work or assign it to work with somebody who is doing that, so you can get the first-hand experience. So you know for sure if this is something you can manage or not. So this farm is always open to that. I don't believe in sharing, in hiding information from anybody. For this sector to grow, a lot more persons have to be open. The market is big enough for everybody, I believe. So anybody is welcome to come and gain experience if they desire.
Okay. Hello, now that you're at the end, if this video was beneficial to you, please consider subscribing. To subscribe to my channel, please click the red subscribe button and then click the bell icon beside it so that you will be notified whenever I publish a new video. Thank you.